I'm holding hard in my purse right now.
And when we got the tank, everybody was like we all just said it at the same time. We was like, woo.
Hi, my name is Dale Harrison.
Hi, I'm Dale, and you're watching.
I'm
You got me on the Guys, you can't be over 40 without white friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need to get some of that white privilege. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I love about the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic partnered up with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm talking about they was giving out checks for black sadness. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I still be getting some black sadness checks. You know what I'm saying? or white guilt checks, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just talking about those white guilt checks coming. I got one coming in right now. I just followed up today. A white guilt black sadness check. Guys, I love racism. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, I am also racist. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but my racism is bipolar. You know what I'm saying? My racism is directly affected by my desires. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a white man give me a job, those are my brothers in Christ. You know what I'm saying? A white man don't hire me, it's because he's the devil. I see a black man with I see a black woman with a white man. Sister, you love who you love. You know what I'm saying? The Lord made one human race. You know what I mean? I see an unattractive black man with a white woman. I'm like, because I see an attractive man with a white woman. I'm like, because I'm dating the devil. You know what I'm saying? But I see an unattractive black man with a white woman. I'm like, let this brother live. Come on now. Who this brother gonna date? A white man trying to holler, I'll be like, yeah, brother.
I might have to delete that whole segment right there because, child, I just was able to apply for monetization. And if you've been following me all week, you know, I've been talking about it all week, but I'm going to talk about it too because I'm talking about it on the official show that it happened on. But anyway, child, I just was able to apply for monetization. And then I finally applied because I'm like, yes, let's get it together. And child, they hit me back. It was like all this controversy. They said the controversial topics I'm talking about is they consider it harmful content. Now, of course, I know which video. I didn't even have to question it. I knew which videos immediately need to be taken down. And you know what? It's no need to even, you know, sometimes you want to rock the boat. You want to be like, what? Look at all these other channels. But child, at this day and age, you just got to keep your business in mind. Okay, this is these people rules. I just can't wake up in the morning and my business is ringing in money like cha-ching without me even doing something. So, and before they even said harmful content and you can't get past with these videos, I had just told my best friend that I was so tired of talking about race. And it was exhausting because, see, the thing about it too is we talk about all these controversial topics. Then I even got to turn the comments. I don't even listen to I don't even look at my comments no more because that's how much it is exhausting. People coming by to comment, and then you know I got to be worried about y'all opinion. But then also too, the conversation stays with me all day long because I've got to look it up. So then when I look up these controversial topics, now I've got to see the evils that have been done. And, you know, when you're trying to live in a kumbaya world, I don't want to live in a world where I'm divided, our race is just all divided. I want to live in the world that the Lord wants me to live in. And so it's exhausting because now I've got to play a mind game on myself all day. My mind, my flesh is like, what? After what they did, then my spirit is like, no, the Lord is forgive. Then my flesh come back and be like, what? Forgive what? No, you need to look in the Bible. They was even the Lord's people was asking the Lord to kill people. Then my spirit be like, that was before Jesus. Come on now. Let's get honey all day long. So as far as I'm concerned, I's free. I's free now, Paul. I's free. I can't so first of all, so I just want to say, first of all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I already see y'all in the comments. You don't like my music. You say, where is everyone at? Be authentic. Don't change for clicks. Ignorance is bliss. Dell. Intelligence usually means sadness. Child, I'm not changing for nobody. I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And that's what I was telling you is, I was already feeling exhausted from just talking about the country. But this show, the concept is where you give me the news. So I just went to all my head writers and was like, don't even give me no news about nothing racial, no nothing. Let's get the comedy going. Like now I do like discussing, the pop topics or whatever, because that's what I started out discussing. But honey, politics make you be like, what's over there? Because I feel something about that. And then, you feel something about that. Then you keep feeling something about that. Then you got to follow up with those feelings. Then you got more follow-up feelings for the follow-up feelings. And then it just becomes this cycle that it begins to be hard to break. But, thank God for YouTube. That was number. Let me tell you something. I know when the Holy Spirit is using whatever medium, whatever mechanism to get to me, to get me the message. So anyway, so this is what I want to say. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is my first show that I was late logging on, and it's because my homeboy needed my help with working at his shop, and I was like, and honey, working at his shop just helped me because of course it came with a payday. So I just went on over there, but I took my scooter over there because I was like, no, I don't need, when I have to do things like around my house, honey, I do not get in my car. I take my scooter because I'm not about to be wasting gas. Like sometimes I look up places to go, right? And it'll say bike 8 minutes, car 8 minutes, or it'll say like car 7 minutes, bike 8 minutes. No, I'm gonna just go ahead and save this gas and I'm gonna get right on over here on this scooter. And I'm going to look fantastic when I get there because the breeze and it is. Miss Lips is in the building. Rory, love the hair. Rory, see how this is what I'm talking about. The Lord sent you, Rory, for this hair. Child, when you are like, I have been a ponytail queen for the longest time. Ponytails make you feel so exotic. Now, the thing about feeling exotic is you already are exotic without the ponytail. Like the ponytail is making you less exotic because we are exotic. But child, your mind be colonized and trained with that false hair. And honey, wearing my natural hair, I got to go to the mirror 2-3 times every day and be like, you are perfect. You are beautiful. You got to do some retraining out here. And the thing about it too, about the retraining is, here's a secret I'm going to tell you about with the retraining with your hair. Make sure that your hairstyle matches the shape of your clothes. Because see, the thing about the like sometimes you get your hair done and you're like, wow, my regular hair. But you might have your regular hair might require something that's off the shoulder, like the style you have now. Like me, I'm just learning the styles for the shirts that I have. So that's why this shirt right here, this scoop neck, this takes, this needs my hair to be up. Well, sometimes when you just got your hair done, you're like, I just want to have my hair done. But child, if you don't make that choice, you will just have, basically your hair will just take away your neck. You see what I'm saying? So you'll just be this chunky. You understand what I'm saying? Anya Mel, you natural queen, you know what I'm saying? it's nothing against adding on anything, but it is when you do start rocking your hair, you have to make sure you rocking the right shape. So it is like, okay, I got the ponytail face, and that's probably why I was wearing, I always wore ponytails, even my own hair, but like, just making sure I got the right shape of hair. Anywho, before I even get started, I just want to say I just saw this online, and I just have to get some acknowledgement going to this brother right here. Maryland Governor Westmore. Let me get on the side of this. Pardoned 6,938 people convicted of marijuana possession to celebrate Juneteenth. It was like, these are all nonviolent crimes. Governor Westmore, all I got to say is, you got a friend? This the kind of man, Holy Spirit, him. This the kind of man right here, not him particularly because he got a wife, but this is the kind of man I want in my house every night, okay, or right next door. I don't know if I want him in the house, but definitely I want him right next door. Anyway, shout out to Maryland Governor Westmore did 6,938 pardons of people who were marijuana possession. We just talked about this on the last show of all these long sentences. Black men get stolen in so many ways, and this is one of them. Marijuana. Now, marijuana is definitely the gateway drug because I'm off of weed. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely leads to some other things. But like, come on, y'all. What are we locking? Let's get these men some jobs and get some programs and repair these people because they're only selling it out of, but like locking them up for a long time over weed when more than likely the judge who locked them up smoked weed. Come on now. Let's get that going. All right. So happy to have you guys in the comments. First of all, thank you so much to my audience. This is what I want to say before I go to the audience and shout y'all out. If you're looking at this live, share this live with 2 friends. I already see y'all in the building. God, I love y'all so much. I already see y'all in the building, and I am so happy and so honored that y'all come every week. If you're looking at this on playback, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We do this each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And guys, I just can't thank you enough. It is my birthday. My birthday. Happy birthday to me, honey. I ain't even made 50 yet, but I'm gonna tell you, I've been 50 in my mind for a long time. And I'm making it on Saturday, and I'm tired already. Okay, but this is my last year claiming anything, it's 35 from now on. Okay. But I do have a celebration that is coming this Saturday. If you are in LA, do me a favor and get your ticket right now. You can go to dynastytypewriter.com and get your ticket. It's right here on the flyer. Look up Dell's Juke Joint Dynasty Typewriter and get your ticket. And also, too, do me a favor. All right, if you're not in town, but you still want to contribute to the cause, all you got to do is go right now to your Cash App and get it popping. This is my Cash App. This is my Venmo. This is me on every platform, guys. Cash App, Venmo. Yes, my name is Delisa when you go to Cash App. Okay, right now, I am Dell Harrison. You could donate to me because I got a band to pay. I got other things to pay. And all my birthday gifts, yes, ma'am, I will take them. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get the show started. First of all, gotta shout out to the people in the comments already in the building. Playboy Princess, thank you so much. Anya Mel, yes, Governor Westmore, let's bless him. And please, Governor, send us some friends out here. We need your friends. It costs about $60,000 a year to lock people up. That's what I'm talking about. And y'all got these men in all these years when we could be putting $60,000 into the children's programs. We could be putting $60,000 into free therapy free therapy in impoverished neighborhoods or in neighborhoods that need it the most. $60,000 a year per person. Governor. Yes, Governor. God bless you. Comedian Miss Lips, a golly man. You say he cute too. Governor kind of looks like Todd Bridges. He do kind of favor Todd Bridges. You know what I'm saying? You say weed is beautiful. We are wasting money on locking up nonviolent offenders. Comedian, she couldn't have said it best. Periods. Okay. You say I don't trust people who don't blaze. Well, you can trust me. Okay, I'm a former blazer. Some people is not blazing. Okay. But they still trustworthy. Okay. You say happy birthday, enjoy yourself to the fullest. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you for being in the comments. I'm getting ready to get the show started right now. You say if you're addicted to something, then what the F is wrong with y'all? If you ain't addicted to something, then what the F is wrong with y'all? You right about that. Because let me tell you something, honey. You be addicted to something, but hopefully your addiction is good. Okay. So anyway, so let's get the show started, because one of the things I love about this show is that I have my friends on the show. I have my what I call my friends. You know how people be like ride and die? I do not use that term. These are my rise and lives. Okay. Rise and lives. I need to put that so y'all can see it right here, right now. Rise and lives. That's what I call my friends. Okay, my rise and lives. Not ride and die. Rise and lives. Okay, people who are moving forward, using the Most High God to rise and living. Okay, so anyways, I got my rise and lives out here in the building, and I can't wait to the end of the show because I'm going to meet two of them in a hot tub. Baby, it's going slam down. Okay. And of course, I got my Antee Gwen on too. Antee Gwen just got off of work, so she in the car. Welcome, please welcome to the show, Latell Dorsey, Pennie Promise,
Hey y'all.
Antee Gwen.
Hey, 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 hey.
How is everyone? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing?
Hey now.
Great.
Good.
I see y'all already got the party kicked off, Latell and Pennie, huh?
Yes. Waiting for your arrival.
I will be right over there. Okay, I will be right over there because, honey, it don't stop. I'm gonna grab my swimsuit and I am coming over there. Gwen, how was your
That's
day?
it.
Great. It was wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Still,
Yes.
yeah, trying to finagle my way around this new contract.
Yeah.
It's been good so far. Yeah,
Okay.
it's been
Where's the
good.
new contract at?
In Georgia, Columbus.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Auntie Gwen got a black man headed her way down there in Georgia. Down there in Georgia.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna get the party started, y'all, because honey, it's lawsuit week on the Dale Show. Have y'all been seeing all the suits that is been
Yes.
going on? It is lawsuit week, and I was like, I don't know who to kick it off with first. I know who to kick it off with first because when I saw this on the news, I was just like, did y'all hear Wendy Williams' husband is suing her nurse to get her out of the guardianship, a $250 settlement, suing for $250 million. Wendy Williams' husband, the man
Yeah.
who was using her money to go up the street. I don't know how I
Yeah.
feel about that, y'all,
Because
because
it's nothing to feel about. He's an opportunist. So that's just the bottom line. There's nothing to feel about. You're an opportunist. Wherever opportunity presents itself, financially, you're gonna go for it. Because you could have been took her out of that situation. You let her stay in that situation for how many years? And now you realize, oh, I'm broke and I need a payday. Let me figure out a way to get another opportunity for a cash out. So you're just a,
I feel like now I'm already the reason why I'm so torn with this, okay? And Gwen, you just jump in whenever you get, because look, it's so crazy, Latell, that you even thought of this question. Why is that you even thought of these questions? Why is this thing all one picture? Girl, let me tell you something. This is insane. Why is this
so
thing all in one picture?
he's suing the nurse for what?
He is
Keeping her in
suing
there?
so he
The
can get her.
the nurse holding her captive?
Yeah, well, apparently she was, but
She's in a guardianship. Why is this thing all one
What
photo?
you against the mama son of guardianship? And you got
Okay,
money.
so That's
And I'm not
okay.
right of it.
Forget it. I thought I had all these pictures, but only one came out. Okay, I ain't even gonna trip. All right. Um, yeah, Wendy Williams' husband feels that she was coerced into signing a guardianship. Like, so some things had went wrong with her money with Wells Fargo. So they recommended that she be placed in a guardianship, and then she signed up on her own. This is what the article says. She signed up on her own to go into the guardianship. But now she's trying to get out of the guardianship because she's at the nursing home, which, see, already I don't trust a nursing home because, you know, nursing home try to tax regular people. So already, and hold on, because one thing I do
But
have
let's just
is,
say this. Here's the one thing. She didn't sign on her own. A judge ordered her to have that guardian. That wasn't a consensual decision. That was
okay,
a
but
order
this is what
by
the
a
article said.
judge. Yeah, that was wrong information. That was false news,
Before
as they
y'all
say.
even get going, guys, I just want to let y'all know this whole
Allegedly.
show is
And there you
allegedly,
go.
okay? My whole show is allegedly,
Allegedly,
okay?
right?
So I don't want to hear nothing from nobody, okay?
Right?
But the thing about it too is, okay, now Wendy Williams has taken a test to prove that she has got all her marbles. You know, that's what it came back. She's got an evaluation going. She got all her marbles. So she's just like, I don't know why I'm here, but
Well, they should have said that before they ordered her to go with this guardian. All of that should have been done. Now, I can see you getting sued now because you didn't do those evaluations prior to putting me in this guardianship. But the judge never got any of that before he assigned her this guardian. He just gave her a guardian because she said she was unfit to handle her own business. But you never did any evaluations prior
she
to.
probably was sick. And, you know, when it comes to money and medicine, I do feel, you know, that allegedly, you know, to me, it feels like they would allegedly give you more medicine so you could be bazonkers out here, you know, to keep your money because because also too, one of the reasons that Kevin is suing is because he's saying that they still did not handle her fit. They have a guardianship of her money. She still lost her condo. They still didn't handle her affairs while she was in there.
That is true.
That's why he's suing. But see, to me, it's like he's the wrong person to be suing. So
Yes.
that's actually the question that I had. But who else does she have? Because see, to me, I feel like the judge shouldn't even gave him no divorce. This lady was sick and she needed her husband. Okay. And I would, you know, she needs somebody to look after her. All she had is her son. I think her mama passed away. Her
niece.
is
her niece.
well,
She has a niece
that just came on the scene right now. But niece is not used to handling $80 million. Like niece spend that on purses and all that. This what I want to ask. Let me put the question.
Yeah, let me just say this one thing. Don't try to act like you're the hero all of a sudden and you're stepping in to try to help her, because you're not. You're, again, an opportunist, because if you really felt that strongly about helping her, you wouldn't have waited 2, 3, 4 years, however long it's been, since she's been locked down on this guardianship situation. You should have appealed the decision immediately when they gave her a guardian to begin with. You wait till you realize that opportunity is presenting itself, and now you're trying to get in on it. So let's just get you off the hero tip and get you back where you belong, which is opportunist and user, because that's where you belong. Not like looking out for her.
Question for the comments, and here's my question for you, Gwen. Kevin Hunter, opportunist or hero? So
opportunist.
Go ahead, Pennie.
Opportunist.
Go ahead, Gwen.
He's opportunist because they divorced. What right do he have to sue? Are they divorced?
Thank you.
You don't have any rights.
They are divorced, but he said in a lawsuit, Williams claimed that Williams was coerced into guardianship because of immense financial duress and emotional strain, which I'm sure he caused with this divorce. Okay. So it says Schiller and Young, both the nurse and whoever is in the lawsuit, have been accused of exploiting the talk show's host trust and financial resources and spending her money without her consent. You know, I don't know. I would just so opt in for my freedom. It says the state and other defendants are accused in the suit of not following legal processes and procedures, and Wells Fargo is accused of not vetting the payments that Morrissey was making. Wells Fargo permitted Sabrina Morrissey to liquidate assets and transfer funds in violation of internal bank policy. So I just feel like, see, to me, okay, yes, you may be an opportunist, but somebody need to come to your rescue. This lady is trying this guardianship, and he was the person managing her, handling everything. So let's say you got to get 25 million out of the 250 million that you suing for. Like, okay, let me get on with my freedom, let me get on with my 80 million, and you keep all that so I can have my freedom and my money, and let me get on. Like, because who else is going to do it? Is her son going to do it? I see y'all in the comments. Is her son going to do it, Pennie?
No, because she had problems with her son. Apparently, I saw somewhere she had problems with her son spending too much money. He
Allegedly.
He not able to find, manage the money. He was spending a bunch of money on nonsense.
He's young. You know what I'm saying? So, and to me, I just feel like because she don't have anybody except for a son that is, over 18 now, but younger before, I feel like they shouldn't even granted you a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be partnered up with this, and she needs somebody to have her back.
And like, just operative word, her son was young. He's more mature now. He probably can help his mother. I'd rather him help his mother than this opportunist snake in the grass who comes along when everything had already hit the fan. You didn't already lost your condo. You didn't already lost half of your fortune because you didn't step in soon enough to prevent it from happening. So now that it has happened, now you want to step in and get your piece of the pie. So you could just get lost. You know what I mean? You can just get lost. And whoever can deal with it at this point, regardless of whether her niece stepped in now or not, her niece and her son should be the ones that are in control. And let's just say her son doesn't have nothing to do with it. Somebody other than them two should be able to step in. But neither one of them should have the chance to get help her.
Is it because I feel like it's the presidential vote. It's the lesser of two evils. Who is going to step in?
So then, like I said, keep them two out of the picture then. Keep the son and the husband out of the picture. There's plenty of people that could be reassigned to you as a potential guardian or as a potential, person of aid to help you. The state can award it. You can hire somebody. You don't need neither one of them. And they've already let everything hit the fan now. So what do you need them for? You done lost everything now. Your career, your home.
I agree.
Everything.
I think he shouldn't be in a picture. The ex-husband should not be in a picture.
No.
I mean, the thing
he has motives. He has too many motives.
No, he definitely. I mean, people got money motive. Whenever money is involved, people got the motive. But what I think though is I'm looking at Wendy with nobody to go to bat for her, because keep in mind they keep her phone. She can't even get lotion unless she requests. She does not have access to anything. So somebody has to come from the outside world, and I feel like you know her enough.
Yeah.
You are the ex-husband. Like, it's plenty of ex-husbands that did you wrong at the time, but like they still are gonna come to bat for you because you are
Wendy.
Wendy,
I'll do it, and I don't even want no money.
Right?
No.
There you go.
Let me tell you something, Wendy. And if you went through all that and you did not get $1, I would not trust you either, because Wendy.
It's like giving
Wendy. I will full-fledged help you out, but I definitely want my 20%. You see what I'm saying? Because who is going through all that? You know how much stuff you got to go through when you do a lawsuit? You should want some money for that. But if it's going to get me my freedom, I want my freedom. I want to get out of here.
Two things, and I'm going to let everybody else speak. One thing is, you got enough freedom to get on TMZ, so you ain't that locked down, first of all. So that's the first step. Second of all,
hold on.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't that locked down.
Let me put this up here, right here. This whole show is allegedly. Stop playing. Latell, you better be out here making some good points. You did have enough freedom to get on the Breakfast Club and on TMZ.
There you go. So ain't nobody locking you down like you talking like you all locked down to that degree, because you're not. Second of all, it's like handing the keys to Lucifer. I don't care if I don't have nobody help me. Take it all. But I ain't giving the keys to Lucifer to take it the rest of it. So I don't need nobody helping me.
His own lawsuit. his own
But you
lawsuit
know
for
what?
250
But
million,
you know
not your
what?
80 million. Go ahead, Gwen.
But you know what? She might have called him and asked him to do it. So we
I feel
betting for
like she
her and
did.
she might have
Yeah,
No, I
called him
feel like
and
she did. I feel like
she
she was
might have
like,
called
listen,
her.
Kevin, you know how you did me
asked.
wrong. Like, hold on, I gotta do my witty
You
wit.
know
She's
how
like,
to take care of
hold on,
business.
Kevin, you know how you did me wrong. First of all, how you doing? Okay, you know how you did me wrong. And you know, I'm in here. I mean, why am I in here? Okay. What I mean, somebody needs to come to bat for me, and you didn't do me right. So I mean, the least you could do is get me out of this guardianship, and you can have the money, and I can take my 80 million, and I can go down to Florida and
She
see
might
my father, and
have-
everything could be over, and you can have your mistress. Kevin, what do you say?
I love it. I love the reenactment. Great.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she always say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like first of all, Judge, how are you doing? Kevin is gonna do this for me. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get to the comments real fast. Okay, the question in the comments. Let me put the question back up there because Latell told everybody how to feel. Kevin Hunter. Ooh, let me do this right here. Kevin Hunter, hero or opportunist? Should he be the one getting the lawsuit? What say you? Let me do the comments real fast because I see y'all going off in the cousin. First of all, Zell Way Payne, I see you in there, beautiful queens. Hey cousin, I see you, cousin. Love you, cousin. You said lawsuits are the only way to get justice in America, which means you need lawyers. You said Dell is tripping out. Dig, GK, 80 million is killing kind of money. So, and the thing is, he's suing for 250 million, but he wasn't saying nothing about her 80 million. You said Wendy went from one guardianship, Kevin Hunter to another. Where's my microphone? Mic drop. Hold on. Mic drop on them right there. Okay, right, because he had your money first, and he was spending it on the chicks up the street. You know what I'm saying? Having a whole nother family. You said rich black people have dumb rich kids too. See, the thing about it too is everybody got, unless you have Warren Buffetted your child, you know, you've raised them up to have the best life with money, and a lot of children ain't saving. You know what I'm saying? With Kim Kardashian be able to leave North with all her bank account without North blowing through it in a year? No, like, so it's a lot of people that can't handle your money, and I feel like, you know, to me, I would definitely. He is the person that's got to get her. He is a person that's qualified to get her out of the guardianship. But I mean, I feel like, let's tell you right, because you know your funds is probably low, and now all of a sudden you to watch this lady suffer all these years, and now that your funds is low and your baby mama, you and her want to take some trips. Now you like, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
I know exactly what Kevin's gonna do. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
A mastermind always at work. A hustler will never stop hustling. You know what I mean? And that's just the bottom line.
Well, speaking of hustling, guys, do me a favor, okay? Would you please hit that subscribe button right now? We do this each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you're looking at this live right now, share this live with 2 friends, y'all, because I'm building this audience up. I'm still almost monetized, even though I had to delete a lot of videos. So I'm glad about that, you know, that people, we had some fanship anyway. So I'm just building it, doing a whole new thing and bringing it back to the comedy. And I just so love it. And thank the Lord for my guest tonight. My Rise and Lives are in the building with me tonight. Got my Antee Gwen, got Pennie Promise, got Latell Dorsey in the building. Lawsuits is the theme of this week, because there is another lawsuit that is brewing out this camp. Have y'all seen the Tyler Perry lawsuit? Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, apparently one of the people on the Oval Office, you know, Derek, let me see what his name is. Derek
Dixon.
Dixon Tyler
Yeah.
Perry lawsuit. Hold on, let me look at that. Tyler Perry lawsuit text messages. Child, I done Googled this earlier. Dixon alleges that Perry sent unwanted sexually suggestive text messages to him. The suit includes shots of what it said were exchanges between the two. What is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Said one of the text messages. Well, guys, we're just not gonna assume the text messages. I downloaded the text messages. We're gonna go through everyone. We're gonna go through everyone to see, what is this about? Because is it harassment or is it hustle? Because this is the picture, Tyler. Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm. Nice picture. Great, amazing, awesome picture. You don't see that stud in the photo? Okay, that's picture. That's one. Two, you
But
really
it's
have a
all
fresh voice.
consensual.
You said what?
It's
Consensual.
consensual. It's consensual.
Yes.
If you don't want nobody in
Yeah.
your inbox, you don't want nobody in your inbox, you'd have stopped it right there. But he was going back and forth having conversations.
Yes, he was. Look at this. Tyler is saying you really have a fresh voice. My exclusivity. Oh no, this guy saying no. He said you really have a fresh voice. My exclusivity ends in 30 days. I want to take a look. I want to take. Oh no. This is the dude. This is Derek. He says, but I also want to try to get you with the right people to help you make these shows work. They are not for my audience. Oh no, this is Tyler. They're not for my audience, but we need to find a home for this. So that's basically work stuff. Text 3 says, think about the last episode. They all are shot at. We don't know who these is exactly. I mean, for the most part, it is text, but let's find the one where they talking about this guy is saying I haven't been touched in months. He said, oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Then Tyler is calling him Jacob, meaning like, I guess that's what you say. But then here's a message from Tyler. He said, you know what I cook, Derek? He said spaghetti, cake, you. So, right then and there, you stop it and you pull him to the side. But that's he said, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. So the sex is not saying what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex with me. It's just going to say it's like that locker room talk. You know what I'm saying? That locker room talk, like, yo, man, why don't you just get you some? What's going on? What you waiting on? But you are talking to a man like this, and that's really where my question is. Do hold on, let me put this a banner. Can power and personal text messages mixed? Text messages mix. That's what I want to say. Can power and personal text messages mix? Gwen?
I'm thinking it could be some misunderstanding or misinterpreting, miscommunication. I don't know. It's just it doesn't sound like one person is trying to take advantage of another. I mean, to me,
Sound like he's trying to get to know.
That's it. Yeah, it's like flirtatious.
You said sound like he trying to do what?
Trying to get to know him.
Yeah, sound flirtatious. It's not, he's not harassing me. Not,
See, and I feel like when you're in a position of power, right? Can you really get to know a subordinate? Because a subordinate is there. And they want the job. So they're going to, they're like little molested kids, a subordinate. And of course, let me just put this up here, guys.
Allegedly.
The whole show is allegedly, okay? But when you think about your a subordinate, when you are the person of power and you're coming on to them. I know people have come on to me when I was younger at jobs, or even right now, people come on to me. And sometimes I don't want to rock the boat, so I'll laugh it off. I choose not to check them at a certain, place, or, you ignore a certain bit because you want to keep it professional. certainly, if you could, if you could pull them to the side in the car one night, but they do just enough to stay behind that line. You know what I'm saying? But to me, but then I think of being the powerful person, which we are. How do you find friendship? You're at work all the time. Certainly, if you find somebody that is a cool person, you do want to have cool people in your life. It's nothing wrong with meeting people, but you're in the position of power. So now you take a chance on stuff like this. So I guess what I was going to say, go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to say something. It's almost like you're in the workforce. I've had bosses. I'm working under them. I feel like it's okay for y'all to be cool friends because you think y'all cool friends, or whatever banter. You're not expecting them to come on to you. You're like, okay, he might be my boss. I might work for him, but it sounds like they was having cool banter about the Oval Office, like business, whatever. But you always got that. But when you do that, speaking as a woman, you be thinking everything cool, but really, you got to read between the lines at a certain point in time. Like, okay, this sounds like it's getting kind of like, when he said about that stud, it was like, oh, okay, now it's changing up. Because at first it sounded like business, but when you start talking about, you see that stud in the thing, now he's trying to see what he can get.
As far as I'm concerned, at that point, now discernment has to come in. Okay, now this is turned from this to this. What am I going to do? And you put the brakes on. He's a grown man. You know how to put the brakes on something. Now as far as I'm concerned, this is another opportunist situation because you were all good until you realized you could get a payday. Now it ain't good. You never put the brakes on it. You never stopped them. You just kept it going, which is, leads me right back to the.
Like you was egging it on. So
you were trying to see what's up. You kept trying to see what's up, what he's talking about, because you be knowing when somebody texting you. You be knowing where it's going.
Yes.
It's not like you're a little kid.
Go ahead.
And when y'all in person, he was flirting with you. So guess what? You knew, and so in your mind you said, "Let me see, how can I get some money out of this?" Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. But it's opportunist again.
Okay, so and this is my question for the. And I guess you've already answered it. Is this harassment or hustle? Because see, the thing about it too is we gotta constantly think about a person rent being due, and rent being due make you deal with you crazy. Rent being due make you keep a conversation under wraps and not say. That make you not check a person who wants to be new on the job and talk about, let me pull you to the side. Ain't no telling if you saw him do anything else. I mean, not that he would do anything else, but you are thinking about this huge opportunity that you have received to be a writer on the show. It probably took you all them years to be a writer on the show. Now the director has kind of like taken to you. And this is also too, for the powerful people. You really need to vet the new friends. You really need to, keep your conversations non-sexual, even though they may be after hours, But how would he even know you haven't been touched in a while if you wasn't sharing that with him? Pennie, go ahead. What was you about to say?
Okay. Also, I got to say something like this. It's almost like, Tyler Perry, his sexuality is questioned. I feel like it's an opportunist and a hustle because that he want to keep his sexuality to himself, and now he done came on to you, so now you want a payday because it seemed like he didn't pay.
To keep quiet.
He wanted to keep quiet because Tyler Perry don't want his sexuality out there because people is thinking, is he straight? Is he gay? I don't really care, but it's like it's almost it's almost he's doing it because he know this person wants to keep his sexuality quiet. And now you coming out to really expose him. It's really about exposing and outing gay people or whatever for because because his fan base is church going people.
Yeah, that
Honey, let
makes
me tell you
sense.
something. Hold on. I just want you to know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, no, it's not alleged that his fan base is church going people. Now his
Oh,
sexuality is allegedly, okay. This whole show is
allegedly.
allegedly, guys. But
Yes.
what I want to say is, guys, Tyler, if you looking at this show, Tyler, you can be whoever you want to be, because every choir director and everybody grandma in church is a little funny. You know what I'm saying? That's what the old people used to call it. Is a little something. That boy is special, and that ain't stopped grandma from coming to the church, so they don't care at this point. But the thing about it too is, I do feel that this is he's a predator. You could, because you had all these conversations. You could simply not answer a text message.
Yeah, but I don't feel like he's a predator for a few reasons, but I'll just give one.
Who?
Because it was reciprocal. You were reciprocating the flirtation in the same way that it was being dished. You reciprocated it. But here's the thing: if you're going to be trying to get an opportunity as an actor, writer, whatever, then don't turn around and do a lawsuit. It's all good to smooth up to the person and get what you need from them, but then don't turn around and try to get money from them and try to extort them
Right.
for harassment when you
Yeah.
were in total agreement with the flirtation
And no,
while it
and
was
that's
happening.
where that's who I
Very
feel like is
consensual.
the predator. I feel like Derek is the predator in this thing. You're sitting back.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought you meant
collecting
the other way
information.
around. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like you know this guy needs a friend. He's at work all the time. So you letting him if you don't swing that way, just be like, yo, I don't swing that way, yo.
That's it.
The text message would have ended right there. But instead, you talking to him about, you can't get over it. You're in therapy. You do want to be touched. You might not want to be touched. Sometimes you want to be touched, touching a half, touching 3/4. You know what I'm saying? You got it all in the text message. You understand what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to, like, let me tell you something. When you don't answer a touch text, a text with the word, in fact, I met this guy, this little young guy, okay? And I told him right off the break, okay, you too young for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but he came and got me anyway. We went out, we had a good time. Then he text messaged and was like, hey, I just wanted to ask, the other night when I dropped you off, did you want me to come up? And guess what I said?
No.
If I wanted you to come up, I would have told you.
I said not one word. Not one word. I never
You
answered
said no.
him. I never.
Oh, you never
answered him back.
involved.
I never did nothing. And then he called me and he was like, hey, I just wasn't sure you got the message the other night. I was like, oh yeah, I got the message, but I already told you that I laid down the law with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but a silent text message, and guess what he said? Oh, I figured it. I figured that's why you didn't answer. Yeah, because a silent text, a silent response, no response is all you need to hear.
Is a response.
No.
It's
No
a
response.
No.
So,
No response.
as far as I'm
is a
concerned,
response.
yeah, no response is a response. So as far as I'm concerned, you basically you are basically somewhere befriending this man to try to get a payday. And brother, what you need to do is you need to get on over here and ask Kevin Hunter, can you be his assistant on the Wendy Williams lawsuit? Because
There
that's
you
how you
go.
can make some money. You need an
There
extra
you
job.
go. Yes, right. That's right. Because if you ever think about working with him again, you're cooked. So whatever opportunity you had up to this point, you're cooked because it's over with.
Yes.
And anybody else
yes.
moving
But also-
forward that would even consider you,
Yes.
it's cooked.
I feel like
Yeah, because your opportunities,
because I'm
I
telling
don't even know.
you, if someone sues, like, I have a business myself. If someone sues, I tread real lightly with the suer, but I am a suer because people out here doing injustices. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, next week I got Kay coming on the show to talk about like redlining and this situation I had to this apartment that a lot of people have in the apartment. So you do have to get justice, but I feel like I wasn't somewhere, on the phone with these apartment people that I turned around and sue after we was kicking it. No, it was just straight cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do feel like you're luring this man in. Okay, Tyler Perry, is this harassment or hustle? Because Also, Tyler, the
So,
reason why, and
total
this is
hustle.
allegedly, this whole show is allegedly, okay? But I do feel like the reason why Tyler is in this is because you fraternizing with the help. And you can't do that as a powerful person. Why are you fraternizing with a writer that just got on the show? And you specifically saying,
You can't
don't
do
let
it
my
on the
staff
down
find
low.
out.
He
But
can't do that on the down low.
you
Like if he
cannot
was
do it
out
because
and about, it wouldn't be no big deal. But he trying to do it on the hush hush, and that's the problem.
and that's where this guy feels like he has a case, is because you're putting in the text messages, don't let my staff find out we were friends. I want them to know you a writer and on your own merit, and they'll think anything. See, when you have messages like that, when you ask people to keep a secret, people immediately take it as ill intention. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me get to the comments. The question was, Tyler Perry, is this harassment or hustle? Here's what you said in the comments, okay? Y'all is the funny guys. When I tell y'all are the funniest people in the history of commenters. Somebody said this. Somebody said gay is pay. Hold on, let me put this out. Let me put this out. Let me see the comment. Let me start from the bottom. That way I can do. You said I can't even look at any woman under 30. I got nieces. You said what were the chances of Tyler Perry getting sued by someone with the last name Dixon? You said how young is too young here? Too young, that's bold, Dale. Flirting can be a way to cope with an uncomfortable situation. You know what? And that's what you do. Somebody who you work with that is in power flirts with you, and you do the like, okay, now, just to get by the conversation. But if they keep edging it on, then you have to make a decision on, do I rock the boat and not have the money for my bills? You said what?
You can't turn. Go ahead.
I say you can't turn around and sue if you gonna be like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat and engage in it. I feel like you don't turn around and try to sue.
That's my point.
You said gay pay is what they call it allegedly. Hold on. You said note to Tyler, you don't have to tap everyone you're attracted to. Hold on, let me get the mic. I need to drop it again because that's hold on.
Okay.
Mic drop. You don't have to tap everyone you're attracted to. And also too, like you can be off the grid and date somebody. Let's be off the grid and date somebody. Don't date anybody that's right here on the show. But I do understand, because you be attracted to people and you be working 20 hours a day. So where do you get out and meet somebody at? You understand what I'm saying? Because you're Tyler Perry. You can't.
Well, there's plenty of people to meet. Let's be clear about that. You're around tons of other celebrities, number one. Tons of their friends, number two. There's plenty of other successful people that you can meet outside of, you know what I mean? So that's not even an excuse.
If your preference is men, okay,
right?
You take a chance on being like, girl, Tyler Perry tried to holler at my brother-in-law. You see what I'm saying? You take a chance on that. So that's why you got to gauge the people that you trying to holler at. You probably got to watch them a long time. You probably got to see how they respond. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is Tyler Perry, and he probably is thinking about the black church that support him. You see what I'm saying? You said he said, don't rich people masturbate anymore. You said class is basically about who gives orders and who takes them. Real power is unspoken. It doesn't even need to verbalize it. He's asking how much money? He's asking for $260 million. Brother,
but what damages has been done, though?
That's the question.
It seemed like everything is consensual.
Yeah, they didn't even have intercourse according to the text messages. So what damages are you suing for? Like, what are you suing for? What are your?
He was getting harassed.
Yeah,
sound like he's trying to holler.
Harassment.
So I want to know what the merit of this whole thing is based off of. What are you suing me for? For flirting with you, being a nice guy? Come on.
All right, no. People, let me tell you something. people go back into that molested shell that they was in, and then they be like, I'm suing you for every secret I have ever had to keep in my life. Because that's what it sounds like. 260 million. Come on now. You like,
It sounds like it's more to them text messages. It's like $260 million. We just got the surface.
Yeah.
We ain't got the real nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We got the real stuff.
I think we got it all, because if he had sex,
I think you said
go
something else.
ahead. You said what? You said what, Gwen?
Something somebody not saying that we don't know about.
I
It's
feel
something
like
recent.
Has to be.
I feel like, honey, let me tell you something. I feel like everything is out on the table, because if this man had sex with Tyler Perry, that would have been the first thing he said. That would have been the first thing. He would have been
That would
like,
have been the first thing. Yes.
260
But
million,
legally, strategically, you wouldn't do that. Strategically, you wouldn't do that. I feel like you would do surface stuff, and then, hey, let me get this 260 million. And then, but I'm keeping other, like, I feel like they didn't have conversation outside of that DM or something else. Like, we saw DMs.
No, they had to. How he
check.
get his number? They had to.
Yeah,
how you get his number?
Yeah.
They had to.
Tyler, you can't just be giving out your number, Tyler. Okay, over here to the staff. Like, no. Like,
it's more to it. It's more to
It's more to it than that, just them texting. Yeah.
It's something else. It's something else.
First of all, I just want to say this, guys. This whole show is allegedly, okay? If you're looking at this on playback right now, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We do this each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And thank you so much. I got my guests in the building, Pennie Promise, Latell Dorsey, my Antee Gwen, my Rise and Lives. You better adopt that term for yourself, okay? My Rise and Lives, okay? Not write it down. I got one last thing to talk about, because we're going to end this show on time, because I'm going over here to the Latell house to get in the hot tub, okay? And my last
I wish
thing,
I was there with y'all.
I know,
We wish you were here too.
My last thing that not my last thing. Well, second to last thing, but we're going to spend a minute of rapid fire reaction videos too at the end, okay? I want to show y'all some videos, get y'all instant reaction. But anyway, right here, man wigs. Would you date a guy with one? Man
I would
wigs.
if he looked good in it.
You said what? You would if he looked good?
I would if he looked good in it, because I done seen videos. I done seen before and after videos. Now, if you don't look real, because I can't pre-prejudice if I got a wig on and he accept me. So I'm like, if it make him look, if he, if it improve,
Yeah, I'm total opposite. Like, just go out like you are. Like, let's just stick with what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? I know some guys that got some real nice curly hair that lost every drop of it, but they just went out gracefully and just balled it out and just thugged it out. And that was that. Like, let's not be so vain like a woman and get a man wig, because that just ain't that. That's just not.
it's a man unit.
Yeah.
Okay, Gwen, what say you?
I'm with Latell on that. I'd rather you be bald than.
Hey, if he look good, like because I wear.
Oh.
Okay, but the thing about it too is,
it's kind of
like. Go ahead.
It's just kind of like, what you hiding? You don't hide. Just take all that off. Just like men tell women, take all that off.
Gwen, you hide.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
You hiding that self-esteem.
Yes, that's what you.
Because see, as far as I'm concerned, women are doing it to just like, I wear protective styles to keep my real hair protected. That way I can color the hair, I can pull on it, I can do whatever I want. So I wear it for a purpose. You are being more vain than a woman would be, as far as I'm concerned, putting it on. Just do what you do and let it just nature take its course.
Look, they even got one for the Indians.
They would look good.
They look good.
I have a friend that actually does them. His name is Wade Menendez. If anybody looks him up, he's like the master of hair units, and he does them all the time. And he makes them look so natural. They have the low cut ones now that it looks like you just got a shape up. So they look very natural.
Steve Harvey.
Again, I can't get with it.
Steve Harvey.
Hold on,
like we didn't even know they had man units in.
But he was using them. Yeah, right. Yeah,
This whole
no.
show is
Really?
allegedly. Steve, don't come for me, Steve. Okay. Actually, hold on. This whole show
Allegedly.
is allegedly. Steve, please come for me.
No, it's
Please,
not allegedly. He
when you
actually had a man unit.
hold on, let me finish my message to Steve Harvey. Steve, please come for me, and when you come for me, give me a hosting job. Thanks so much. I just-
Now, how you gonna go from he gonna go from a high top fade to bald headed? You know, he took that man unit off.
It started getting
yeah,
itchy.
I mean
It's that thing get
they
itchy.
calling them man unit right now, but before they was calling them toupees. So
Toupees.
people
Yeah,
say,
but
yeah, they was
but
having
what?
to call them two.
But Steve wasn't. He was young at the time, right? And he wasn't
Oh, he was
bald
35
at
at
the
least.
time.
He was over 35 at least.
Okay,
But he
let me check with the
started balding,
probably did. The
and
thing about okay
and his
now
wife probably said, "Cut it all off."
Cut it all off.
Well, see, I think
Just
too,
cut it all off.
when you in the entertainment industry, it's all about sometimes all about looks. You know, it's all about looks. So you don't want to be bald headed too soon.
I don't know. The thing about it too is let me get to the comments. Guys, man wigs, would you date a guy with one? Let's see what the comments said right here. Okay. You said sexy dames all around. Go bald before you do that. Okay. I would date a man wig. Let them feel good. Okay, Rosalind. Okay. Brian is laughing. Thank you, Brian. You said age naturally and gracefully. Don't fall for that plastic surgery BS. He said plastic surgery looks bad and after gravity takes over, worse. You said I can't. Oh, okay. No, I already read that in the thing. Bald guys, let me tell you something. We love y'all bald guys. Okay, but once y'all go bald, keep that bald head and keep it shaved nice because y'all be so sexy and y'all be looking so good. And I catch y'all like on like like 9 days when you like right before you about to shave and you is looking like Chester the molester out here. Like so just make sure you keep that bald going because you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you see your bald friends and they at the gym and they haven't shaved, you be like, who uncle? Like they go from looking like this like Magic Mike to like who uncle is this?
Yeah.
What happened
Yeah.
to you?
Just go out gracefully and let's just keep that up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Besides, you know, those are very expensive units. Those units are not cheap, which means you'd have to have a big bankroll to keep that up so every so often because and then how crazy is that 1 minute you got a full head of hair and the next minute you George Jefferson out here.
Or would you
Like,
rather? Are you rather somebody wear a hat and they bald headed or a man unit and they bald headed? Because they be trying to head fish down here too.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh boy.
a wear your own everything because the thing about it too is I want to go swimming. I don't want to have to worry about your man unit at no cost. Like I don't want you not going swimming and not doing the things and feeling insecure and feeling like it's gonna come off. Because like, what if your cousin did your man unit? You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, she not that good with her own hair. So how you gonna let her do that? Not a man unit all to the side. No, like
Wow.
guys, okay.
Exactly.
We at the hour. Hit that subscribe button right now. If you're looking at this on playback, hit that subscribe button right now. We do this each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. You said what?
No, I'm just saying, clock that T.
Oh, clock that T. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, before I leave out of here, I